All right, welcome, 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 everybody. Thank you for joining us. You have tuned in to Black Wealth Empowerment Live, another one, as DJ Khaled says, another one, another live broadcast coming to you live. This is broadcast 149, brothers and sisters, 149th broadcast. Wow. I remember we were saying, when we break 150, and we're only one show away from 150, brothers and sisters. We're just happy. I'm happy to be here with you. My name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. And I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy that God has allowed me to see another day and allow me to come to you once again for broadcast number 149, brothers and sisters. This is epic. This is historical. Unless we start having reference points in our lives as black people, unless we expand the relevant reference points in our lives, then it's hard for us to value things like black wealth empowerment. It's hard for us to value it in the bigger scope if we don't expand our reference, right? Why is that epic, Daryl? Why is it historical? Compared to what? You have to have something to compare it to, brothers and sisters. That's the only way things can be relevant. We have to compare our life existence to things outside of ourselves. And the bigger that we make it, the relevancy that we make it, the more and more we can see how things fit, how we fit as black people in the larger scheme of things. As long as we just compare ourselves with the boys in the hood, as long as we just compare ourselves with our family members, as long as we just compare ourselves from whence we've come, then we can't get the full relevancy of where we are and where we need to go. That is the essence of Black Wealth Empowerment, brothers and sisters. We bring in these broadcasts to pull back the black curtain, to share with you, to share with us what we need. Who better to know what we need than us? Those of us who are part of the family, those of us who are part of the community, those of us who are part of the transformation process. Who better, brothers and sisters, than us? And we have to have more of these platforms. That's why, see, if we don't know the relevancy of this platform of Black Wealth Empowerment Life, if we don't know and understand the significance of it in relations to other things, then you won't understand your important purpose and role in Black Wealth Empowerment Live. You'll kind of know on the surface, but the depth of it, meaning understand it to the depths to where it's now it almost impels you to act, impels you to get involved, impels you to take action within this platform, because there's nothing about empowerment that's passive. Empowerment is all about being on the offense, brothers and sisters, not defense. If you find yourself, as we as black people in America constantly find ourselves majoritively on the defense, then just know that that's not empowerment. That is not empowerment if we spend the majority of our efforts, majority of our time, the majority of our focus on defense, on responding. Just know very fundamentally, brothers and sisters, that's not empowerment, that's not empowering, and that will not get us what we want and deserve. It'll just only get us what we can get from that disempowered position. So, brothers and sisters, know when you come to this platform, we're going to ask you things to do. We're going to want you to get engaged. We're going to want you to exert some energy, because that's what it's going to take. And we just need a few, because it's the few that leads the masses. It's never the masses that lead the masses. It's always the few that lead the masses. And you just have to determine which one are you going to be. You're going to be a part of the few, or you're going to be a part of the masses. And I'm here to tell you, if you don't constantly decide to be a part of the few, by default, the universe, circumstances will make you part of the the masses, part of the masses, brothers and sisters. And unfortunately, there's power in the masses, in the mass, in the majority that follow the few. That's what time it is. We're pulling back the black curtains here so we can understand better what it is that we need to do, what it is that we need to think in order to have what it is that we need to have. So this is a very spiritually based broadcast platform. Black Wealth Empowerment. Black is the essence of all things, so it has to be the essence of our spirituality, brothers and sisters. So this is a spiritual platform, but we don't stop and stay stuck in the spirit, stuck in the abstract. Because I don't know about you, but the last time I checked, I'm living in a very, very material world. Very material world. So we have to be able to bring those two together. And that's what's missing in our black community as a whole. Bringing the abstract and making it practical so we can materialize that which we want, and that's what we say we believe that we should have. So brother says, get excited. I don't know about you, but I'm excited because this is 149. I'm excited because of the topic that we want to talk about tonight. So you get ready now. If you're not somewhere quiet, get somewhere quiet very quickly. If you don't have something to write with and something to write on, then you need to do that, brothers and sisters. We have to be more intentional, more purposeful when we commit our time and commit our attention to something. I know when you watch TV and you watch sports and you watch things for entertainment purposes, you don't have paper and pen and you're writing things down. I know. And outside of school, you don't do that. I know. Outside of your job, if you're in a meeting or you're studying or whatever, you don't do that. So in our private lives, Sister Brandy, we don't do that at all in our private lives. When was the last time in your private life you actually sat down, you concentrated, and you took notes? And if it's been a long time, if it's not part of your regular lifestyle, I mean, done several times throughout the week, then there lies the problem. But here at Black Wealth Empowerment, brothers and sisters, this platform is designed to get us on the right track, to get us on the track that we know, those of us who put this platform together, who bring you this information, we know for a certainty that these are the things we need to do and we must do. And we want to deliver that to you. We want to pull back the curtain. We want to take the lid off of our thinking. We want to go deep into the depths of understanding what it is that's going to make the change that is necessary. Not surface change, but change that is more permanent than temporary. So, brother says, you get ready because this is going to be the hour of power, and it's going to be live. It's going to be on fire, as the young folks say. We're going to keep it 100. I mean, it's just going to be, this is about as real as reality TV is ever going to get. I mean, this is not even scripted. There's no script. This is just an outline of to make sure we stay on agenda, but it's not scripted, brothers and sisters. I'm happy to have back with us our sister who's been handling business, because if you're talking about business, you need to be about that business. And sometimes you got to handle that business, and you can't be here on Black Wealth Empowerment Live. But she's back, our sister, coming to us to bring us that spin, that sister love, that sister soldier perspective on Black Wealth Empowerment. No other than, our membership coordinator, Sister Brandy Muhammad. Let them see your face, Sister Brandy. We might have to see your driver's license or something, make sure that's really you. Because you got braids now, and you know what I'm saying? You got braids, and I don't know what else you got going on over there. Welcome back, Sister Brandy.
Thanks, Brother Daryl. Peace, everybody, and welcome once again to Black Wealth Empowerment. As Brother Daryl said, we're in episode 149. Let me just say it again. 149. I don't know if you are familiar, but I'm telling you, this has been the longest, the most amazing program that I've ever experienced. And let me just say, because I was talking to Brother Dare offline before we actually got on, and he brought up a good topic, and he said he talked about we were talking about the topic for this evening, and he gave me a reference of this pastor, and I was like, he asked me, "Do I know who he was?" And I was like, "No." And Brother Dare was like, "You don't?" I was like, "No." I said, "That's why I'm on the Black Wealth Empowerment. Listen, I am a student just like you are. I'm your membership coordinator. I'm your sister, and I'm also your friend. But most importantly, I am a student. So when I come into class, as Brother Dare already talked about, I am always taking notes. I'm taking notes because I'm preparing myself for amazing greatness, right? The greatness is already in us all, but I'm continuing to learn and grow as the journey continues. Thanks everybody for joining the Black Wealth Empowerment today. I think I said it once, I'll say it again. Sister Brandy Muhammad, your membership coordinator. What that means for you is if you have any questions, if you like to be, if you would like to, if you have any questions, if you are not a member, you would like to be a member, definitely reach out. If you have somebody who you think might be amazingly great to participate in the Black Wealth Empowerment and be one of our members, let us know. The mission statement of Black Wealth Empowerment is online. It's a private group, but definitely read that mission and determine if your friend or your coworker or somebody who is amazingly Black like you are should be part of this awesome Black Wealth Empowerment broadcast on a weekly basis. It's been a couple of weeks since I've seen you, but definitely have not stopped thinking about you guys, have not stopped continuing the journey of evolving and doing my business and taking care of that amazing family that we have. And I'm excited about the topic tonight. I had it written down to make sure I did not say it incorrectly. How to be rich in every way. Listen, I have a story for you tonight. So I'm going to send it back to Brother Daryl. I don't know, Brother Daryl, you didn't tell everybody to introduce themselves. Okay, so as the membership coordinator, let me remind you all. Go online, go to the Facebook page, put in your name, the mosque or study group, church, synagogue, organization, whatever you participate in, put that information in. Also, please add, most importantly, in addition to your name, what is your business? What's the industry that you're in? Put your website, put your telephone number, put whatever information you want us to know. So if that's just your email and your name, fine. Whatever it is, let us know, because we are all about connecting with each other, learning from each other, and always learning and continuing to grow as Black Wealth Empowerment members. We are all about being resourceful and helping each other to build as well. Brother Daryl, I'm going to send it back to you, but don't forget, members, invite your friends, invite them, let them know about Black Wealth Empowerment, but most importantly, write down, take those nuggets and share it with somebody else. Brother Daryl, back over to you.
All right. Thank you, Sister Brandy. Appreciate that. Now, our brother, the other co-host with the most, Brother Rodney Assad Muhammad, you know him, the Courage Coach. He's traveling. He said he will try to get on at some point from the airport there in Los Angeles. Hopefully, our brother Rodney Assad will be joining us to talk about this topic, because it's very important, brothers and sisters, how to be rich, in every way. In every way. All right. Some of you guys are watching us for the first time. Welcome, 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 brothers and sisters. We are happy always for the first timers. We hope it's not your last time. So we're happy that you decided to come and join us for the first time here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. You might be watching us in our private platform here that you have here for your convenience. You might be watching us on YouTube. Excuse me for my malfunction. You might be watching us on YouTube. You might be watching us somewhere on Facebook. I posted it in our private group. I posted it on my page. So you might be watching us in different places on YouTube or somewhere else. Wherever you're watching us on the replay or live, we want to welcome you. And we want to encourage you to do something tremendously different than what you've done before. Whatever degree of change you're looking for, brothers and sisters, you have to make that equal, if not more, of a change in doing something different. You can't make a 10% change looking for 25% return, making for your life to be different 25%. That's not how it happens, brothers and sisters. You have to put out equal, if not sometimes even more, to make a change, make a fundamental change in yourself as a human being. So we want to encourage you to share, encourage you to get involved. I'm talking about this platform now, because I'm sure we're involved in some things, but we're talking about exclusively right here in the present time, right here where you are with us at Black Wealth Empowerment. If you're watching us in our private platform, then there's some tabs that you see, some social media tabs right above my head here. Those are put there purposely so it can be easy for you to share this platform. Brothers and sisters, if you're not engaged in things that you're excited enough about to share, constantly share, then you need to do some soul searching. You really need to really examine yourself and say, you know, I'm investing my time here. I watch it over and over again, or I've been watching it for 10 minutes and I like what I'm hearing. But for some reason, you're not sharing, brothers and sisters. See, right there, you've broken the law, the universal law that's going to allow you and I to be wealthy, you and I to be empowered. We've broken it. It hasn't even been extended from us, and we've broken it. The law of sowing and reaping, the law of reciprocity. That's why we have to learn these things. I know you want to learn about, you know, how to make more money, how to make more money, how to make more money. But what you and I have to understand, brothers and sisters, money is the byproduct of something. Money is the result of something. Right? Money should be the means to the end. Money should never be the end of all things. Man, once I get this money, I'll be good. That's not good. That's not right. See, brothers and sisters, here at Black Wealth Empowerment, we're going to tell you what you need to know, even though you may not like it. Because it's the medicine that you don't want to take. It's the medicine that tastes nasty. It's the medicine that's hard to swallow. It's the medicine that's, you know, that is expensive, that you just don't want to part your hard-earned dollars from. That's going to make you and I better. That's going to heal our condition. It's going to take a lot, brothers and sisters. It's going to take a lot on your part. It's going to take a lot of commitment from you, a lot of dedication from you, a lot of energy from you, a lot of spirit from you, a lot of money from you. Yes, a lot of money from you. See, we have to understand these things before we start this journey, so we won't get, you know, into this journey 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years, and then realize what's required and say, man, I'm not going to do that. You'd have wasted 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, brothers and sisters. And I don't know about you, but we don't get any more time on life because we went down the road and it was a dead end road. Now we have to go back to the fork and go a different direction. You don't get that time back. So we don't have time to waste. We need to have a better understanding on what's required for the thing that say we want, for the things that we say we want and we desire. What's required? That's what we need to look at. When you go get a car, you find out what's required. How much down? How much a month? How much income do I have to have? See, you know that before you get the car, because that's what it's going to take for you to get the car. But life is different. Life is not set up to where you have to know before you go. You can go and don't know, don't even have a clue, or know very little. You know how to get started, but not much more. That's why we have Black Wealth Empowerment. That's why you need Black Wealth Empowerment. Even more so, that's why you need to share it, brothers and sisters. The reason why we as a group of people are not further along, because there's not enough of us sharing, and those who get don't share it like we need to. You need to be different. You need to understand that a platform like this, with a message like this, you have to go far and beyond what's required to share this stream. So those tabs are above. In our private platform, they're right above. And Facebook, YouTube, they're right below. Okay. All right. If you're watching us on Facebook, there's a share button. Go ahead and hit that. Share it on your feed. Hit it again. And then it says invite, and you just click all your friends. Just go down the list. Click, 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 click. That's for those of you who are watching actually in the Facebook feed. Share this stream. Now, those watching this in a private platform, I was saying above, there's social media tabs. Let me walk them through you real quick. Real quick. So the first tab is the Facebook like. That's going to like our private, elusive, exclusive Facebook page. That's going to let Facebook know I like this page. This page is a good page. It's an active page. It's an engaging page. So hit that Facebook like. You can do that as many times as you want to. Next to it is Facebook share. You hit that. A box will open up. Hopefully you're logged in already. And here's the hashtag you want to use. Hashtag BWE Hangout. Hashtag BWE Hangout space we are live. And hit that post button. That's going to go out on your page, on your news feed page. It's going to be a special invite to your friends. They don't have to register. All you got to do is click that button and boom, they're in. Okay, same thing with Twitter. You hit that box, opens up. Hopefully you're logged in. Hashtag BW Hangout. Space we are live. Post. There's G Plus and there's LinkedIn and there's Pinterest. If you have those accounts, hit them all, brothers and sisters. Hit them all. There's a lot of noise out there in social media. There's a lot of noise in cyberspace. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of people that want to, sensationalize the problem. All right? We need to sensationalize the solution. We need to sensationalize what is the solution to our problem. What is the root solution to our problem? We've done everything else that was told to us that we thought would solve our problem once and for all. If we get a black president, Sister Brandy, that we should be able to see measurable progress. Oh man, that should change things overnight. But we wasn't blessed with just a black president one term, but twice. And I don't know about you, but I haven't seen any major change for us as a people. You're always going to have individuals that do better. You will have some black folks, individuals that do better under Trump. Probably better under Trump than they did under Obama. But that's individuals, brothers and sisters. There's no way 40 and 50 million of us are gonna, our lifestyle and our condition is gonna improve by the ones and twos. That's individually, 1 and 2 at a time, 1 and 2 at a time. We wasn't put into slavery 1 and 2 at a time. We wasn't put in this condition 1 and 2 at a time. So what makes you and I think we're gonna get out of this condition 1 and 2 at a time? How long that gonna take? How long that's gonna take? But that is what we've subscribed to when we don't do things for the benefit of the whole. That's really by default what we're saying. Well, if I get myself together, if I go out here and make me some extra money for me and my family, I'll be good. And ain't no racism, ain't no problem. Oh yeah, there's a problem, but see, if they just go the route I went, they'll be successful. Well, how that's going to help out the majority of our people who not capable or who are not in line to go that route? That's why we at Black Wealth Empowerment, we talk about what we talk about the way we talk about it. We know it's not popular. Ratings. The appetite of the masses of the people is not for solutions. They like problems. They like to look at bad stuff. So, brothers and sisters, unless you pull your mind out of the greater mind of the masses of the people, unless you say, I'm not going to sensationalize that, I'm not going to watch that, I'm not going to retweet that, I'm not going to share that and repost that. I hid a couple of posts right before I came on, and I was going through my Facebook. I don't want that on my Facebook. I'm not promoting that to my friends that are friends of mine on Facebook. I don't want them to look at that. The brother that got beat up in New York, mistakenly got beat up. Okay. Oh, that's sell. All right. So what are we going to do about it? What's the solution? We're going to constantly, brothers and sisters, eat the problem and don't never look for the solution. That's like somebody continuing to smoke cigarettes and a cigarette killing them. Cigarette puff by puff. No, it's killing them puff by puff. No, it's not good. But not trying to look to break the habit, to break the chain. How are we any different from the chain smoker? Brothers and sisters, we're here at Black Wealth Empowerment to raise the consciousness, to raise our consciousness. See, you can't be down with the masses if you're being raised, if your conscious level being raised. See, your conscious level is supposed to pull you up. But the hardest thing is to raise the conscious level. But we're going to give it our best shot here at Black Wealth Empowerment. That's why we're in 149th broadcast right now, and ain't no ways tired. And we're not trying to say, oh, that's good. Most sitcoms on TV don't go that long. Oh, that's good. We going to stop. No, we're not going to stop until God removes the spirit from us. Then we'll stop, because maybe at that point, our assignment might be complete. But since to share this stream, hit those tabs every 3 minutes, because we're about to talk about how to be rich in every way. See, people just won't talk about money. We're going to talk about what does it take to be rich in every way. Every way. If you don't want to be rich in every way, brothers and sisters, you know what'll happen? You'll end up not being rich at all in any area of your life. See, this is what we have to understand. Folks focusing on money. I won't get rich in money. But they don't talk about rich in other areas of their life. When you hear rich, your mind automatically switches to money. But those who are enlightened, those who conscious level is raised up to a certain level of and above, they've stopped relating rich exclusively to money. And until you and I stop relating rich, when we hear it, when we read it, when we see it, related exclusively to money, just know that our conscious level has to be raised higher and higher. How to be rich in every way. You should want it all, brothers and sisters. You should want it all. It's only natural. In truth, it's only natural to want it all, meaning all areas of your life. To whatever extent we don't, just know that is unnatural. Don't you want functions of all areas of your body? Don't you want all your organs to function? Don't you want your body to be functional in every way? Don't you want full movement of your shoulders and your waist and your head and your fingers? All right, then. See how natural that is for you to want to have control in every part of your physical existence? Thus it is with your life in totality, brothers and sisters. So share the stream right now. Share it right now. Share it right now. It's time to share it right now. Why? Because we're about to get into talking about what we're going to talk about today. That's just a warm up. That was just your appetizer. That's the waiter coming and you're filling up your water and filling up your tea glass and giving you your appetizer and now your salad. And now it's time to get into meat and potatoes. Time to get into the inspirational part of tonight's message on how to be rich in every way. How to be rich in every way. We have our sisters tonight, Sister Brandy. She's going to share with you. She says she has a story for you. I can't wait. Like I said, this ain't scripted, so I don't know what story she gonna share. See, so that makes me want to listen, right? She gonna share a story. Oh, good. I need to listen, see what that story is. Brothers and sisters, when you come here to watch this platform your first time or 149th time, then you need to come with a level of expectation. You need to come really with a level of knowingness. I know that if I listen tentatively enough, if I give my undivided attention to what is being said, I know that there's something that will give me what I need right now to break through to the next level. We start that off with our inspirational part of tonight's message. We have our sister here, Sister Brandy. She's just our membership coordinator and student here, but she's more than that, right? She's more than that, brothers and sisters. She's a masterpiece in progress. So I want to turn it over right now to our sister to take us into the inspirational part of tonight's message, Sister Brandy Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Brother Daryl. Are you able to hear me? All right, excellent. So let me just start by saying this is really, it was interesting today. There was a lovely event I had attended this afternoon. It was called Take Six, and there's a sister in the community who invited just a variety of people to come in and just, have guests and kind of sit and listen and learn and kind of open your heart and be willing to heal from different experiences that people had. And so during the process of her getting everybody, to become part of the guest list, people were asking, is it for Black folks? Why is it just for only Blacks, right? And she was very intentional. And I want us to look up that word intentional. She was very intentional with that, saying, yes, I'm only looking for Black women to participate and be engaged in this process of healing. And she has she has Caucasian friends, and they were like, well, we need, person, we need to heal too. The other people, let me say it like this. They were like, and we need to heal too, right? And so she was like, that's good. Everybody does need to heal. But right now we're focused on us, and I'm focused on my sisters. And so for the event, it was beautiful to see. And it was just us as a Black woman together, crying, loving each other, and just being able to go through the journey of healing. And so I told my oldest daughter, Bray Baker, number one, earlier today, there was a situation that happened many, many years ago. And I'll tell you, because I just feel it's fine at this point to share. And years ago, when I was in 5th grade, mind you, I'm only 25. At that time, I had this girl who was a bully, right? And I called her my bully, because I joined this new school. I'm going to, speed it up really quick. I joined this new school. She just harassed me all the way home for like a year. And eventually, over times have come and gone, and I've seen her. And then I actually had seen her at the same location where the event took place today. I had seen her before, and I was like, I'm going to tell her about herself, because she was, at the age I am now, she still reminded me of that age I was when I was in 5th grade. And so it wasn't the right time. And then the day she came over and she sat beside me, and I ended up telling her after a little period of time, like, you used to bully me. And she was like, I'm sorry. At that time I was going through some things, and, she told me her story and etc. And I was just able to heal from that. And so the message, that's just a sidebar for you. Just to make sure that you are very intentional with whatever you do. So in business, and when we're dealing with money, when we're dealing with our children, always be very intentional. I had learned just from that experience, being open and being able to share my story with the sister beside me, the one who bullied me. And after that, I reached out to her on Facebook and was like, thanks for being you. And she was like, thanks for accepting me and being intentional. And we had shared bracelets, because that was one of our activities that we did. And so the sister who was the organizer, she was like, share a bracelet with somebody you don't know. And so I shared my bracelet with the sister beside me, and I didn't know her, because I knew her, when I was in 5th grade, but I didn't really know her. And so for the next 30 days, I'm being very intentional, and I'm going to pray for my sister as she prays for me, and being very intentional on what we're praying for, not just for whatever. We're very precise and very direct on what we're asking God to help us with. And so I was just thinking about that today, and how to blend that message with being rich in a multitude of ways, being rich to be able to heal from the hurt and the pain that we've experienced. Also learning how to be taking responsibility for part of that hurt and pain that I experienced, and then allowing myself to be part of that journey, right? And being intentional with whatever I come and decide to do and how I have to play a part in it. And then just bringing it back and learning that rich, as Brother Daryl talked about earlier, is not only about money, it's about mentally and physically and spiritually and emotionally being rich. Money is, yes, it's great. Yeah, you got it, right? We have it, and we can do things, and we can make moves, and we can have a big, humongous house. But what else can we do? We can spiritually be rich by having our Bibles and our Holy Qurans and feeding on the word that God gives us all the time. And we can also be physically rich by making sure that we're eating and internalizing the good foods, mentally and also spiritually, that we need in order for us to heal and grow and be strong. And I'm really particularly talking to my sisters, right? So yes, the brothers got to heal too, but at this point, I'm just referring to my sisters and being unapologetic about talking to my beautiful, amazing Black sisters and reminding you, God is allowing us all to heal. He's allowing us all to be rich. He is giving us all that and more. He promised it to us. So when God promises us, he can't lie. So in the process of him not being able to lie, I am taking full advantage of everything he said he's going to do, right? He told me I'm going to have a good home. I'm going to have friendships in all walks of life. I believe it. And I'm going to make sure that God stands on his word. And I'm going to make sure I strive really hard to be intentional to ensure that I'm healing and I'm growing. And I'm being intentional with my friendships. I'm being intentional with my words. I'm being intentional and unapologetic about being a beautiful Black woman with amazing children. I'm intentional about being a mother and a wife, unapologetically, and being rich and knowing that, yes, I might not have all the answers right now, but in due time, I will. And as the journey continues for me and being part of the Black Wealth Empowerment, I'm going to take it day by day, because for me, it's a journey. I love where I started from, just being part of the Black Wealth Empowerment and taking notes and being a student. And then eventually they're asking me, Brother Darren, Brother Rodney, like, could you be part of the Black Wealth Empowerment? I'm like, okay. All right, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to say, but allowing God to use me as a vessel and as a tool to inspire my sisters. I said every time I get on, I'm all about inspiring. I'm all about encouraging. I'm all about reminding my beautiful Black sisters that you are amazingly great. And God has not given us nothing that we cannot handle. And remember, being rich, it's about everything, top to bottom, medium, back, side to side, however that looks for you. Whatever your spiritual journey may be, go with it. Be intentional, study, learn. If it's money, learn the art of money. On Black Wealth Empowerment, Brother Darrell talks about money all the time and finances and how important it is to have a good relationship with money. Brother Rodney talks about spiritually and how you need to grow and evolve and spiritually attain to your greatness. Physically, let's talk about exercising and how we can be rich in our physical body and continuing on that journey. Listen, I'm excited about hearing from Brother Darrell tonight. I don't know if Brother Rodney's going to be able to get on in time, but definitely I'm going to sit back. I'm going to take those notes, but I'm going to remind my beautiful Black sisters one more time. God has not promised us nothing that he cannot give, nothing that we cannot find, nothing that we cannot attain to. We are great by nature, and we will always be great. I thank you for your time. I'm looking forward to hear from Brother Darren up next. He's about to talk about being rich, and I'm ready to learn. So sisters, take the time out to learn about yourself. Learn to heal, learn to grow, learn to continue. And listen, if you gotta cry, let's do it. It is nothing but a word. When you let the tears flow, it makes all the difference in the world. This evening, there was a sister, and she had came in at the last second. And I know I told you I was about to go. I'm going to just say, she had came in at the last second. She told her story. She talked about her grandmother just transitioning the night before, and she was able to make it at the last second. And I just reminded her that even though your grandma's gone, she's still in your heart. She's still here, right beside you, and let the tears flow. 2 weeks ago, I was with my other sisters, and I was crying about something that was going on with me. And I was trying to wipe my tears and hide my tears from the sister. She was like, let them go. When we hold back our tears, we hold back more of our healing. So allow your healing to push straight through is amazing. And finding that right space and those right sisters that you can hold on to and help you get you to through and to the next step. That's what it's all about. Listen, 30 days. I got my prayer sister. I met her today and I'm ready. That's rich for me. Seeing my babies grow and seeing me and my husband's relationship continue to evolve and develop, seeing me spiritually grow and evolve, that's rich for me. Me being able to be on a Black Wealth Empowerment and talk to my sisters, that's rich for me. Sisters, let's talk about it. Let's be about it because it's our time. Every day is our time to shine. I'm going to just say it, right? Because I'm excited about being a beautiful Black woman. I'm excited. I am liberated. Listen, okay, I'm going to just say this last thing. In the Nation of Islam, we have a constitution. And we got a part of the Constitution. And it says in there that God gives us everything. Whatever our gifts and talents are, we can do it and more. Beautiful Black women, nation or not, rise to your God-given potential. I am your sister and I'm your friend, Sister Brandy Muhammad. I can't wait to talk to you. Call me. I'm here. Peace.
Woo, man. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Appreciate that message, Sister Brandy. That was definitely inspirational, brothers and sisters. You know, when it comes from the heart, you know, then it's coming from God, and it can't but inspire people. It can't but inspire individuals, brothers and sisters. You know, so that was powerful. That was powerful, powerful. And then she gave you actually her life experience, right? Her life experience, brothers and sisters. So definitely take that message, watch this replay over and over and over again. Watch it so we can better understand what does rich mean in every way. What does rich look like in every way? You might see a person who's monetarily poor, but being that you've expanded your understanding, your understanding of rich has gone down deep into your conscious, to your subconscious mind, then you can look at a poor man that's happy and know that he too is rich. All right, I see our brother. He's in the car. Look like he's coming from the airport, but he jumped in there because that's just what we do here. We lead by example, brothers and sisters. We lead by example. Let's bring on our courage coach, Brother Rodney Assad. Brother Rodney.
Yes, sir, Brother Daryl. Peace, everybody. Sister Brandy. Assalamu alaikum. This is Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach. Yes, I am in the vehicle. We're on our way to the airport right now. I'm flying out of LAX. Had a few days here in California. Did some powerful things, and you know, just enjoying life. But hey, here's what it is. I wanted to jump on before the broadcast was over. I had some hard time getting in. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna blame the technology and not me. But you know, what Brother Daryl, you know, I got a chance to hear a piece of what Sister Brandy said, and with this topic, it just so much came up, and I know I don't have a lot of time, so let me just go with it right now. You know, if we're gonna talk about rich, we're gonna talk about rich. We talked about this before. We mentioned before, brothers and sisters, wealth or richness is really about a fullness. Now, let me say where I'm going with this. Knowledge of self, right? A true knowledge of self. And we can get to a point where I know what my skills, gifts, talents, and abilities are, like Sister Brandy was just mentioning to you. Once I can tap into that and know what I'm capable of, talking about the things I know I can do right now, but I'm talking about those I see it's a challenge or a problem, and I know in my heart of hearts that if I apply the right attention to it, I can solve it. That's a richness in our lives. That's a richness in our lives. The ability to look at something, see a possible problem, or see an ongoing problem, and then start working your mind to find a solution to the problem. People are problem solvers. Wealthy people are problem solvers. Now, some people say, well, so-and-so's rich, so-and-so's rich. Well, what if you look at the core of it, they found a way to solve a problem. Can find ways to solve problems in our lives and the lives of others. That's rich. Now, it's not about money so much, because money follows into that. Money follows service, solving problems or providing solutions to problems. Time. You want to be rich? All you got to do is look around you, find some problems, and solve them. And watch how people will start to sow into your lives so many things. What can I do for you? How can I help you? What can I give you? You know, wealthy people normally don't have to pay for things. The more resources you have, the less likely people are to have you pay for things. Usually, them having solved a bunch of problems or bettered somebody's life, Mark Zuckerberg will probably not have to pay for things. Because, oh, I really love Facebook. Thank you so much. I reconnected with my great-great-grandma, whatever it is. Here, no, it's on us. You solved the problem. Now, I wouldn't have been able to solve it myself in my mind. And so here's the thing. At the end of the day, rich is about solving problems. Solution-oriented people are very, very rich. And all we have to do is find a way to connect that activity of solving problems and tie in some economics to it, and then the sky's the limit. So I'm not going to go any deeper. I know we were short on time. I just want to come in, drop in. Thank you, Brother Darrell. Thank you, Sister Brandy. I'm Rodney Saad Muhammad, your courage coach. Remember, no matter what else you do in life, you must always remember to cultivate the courage to solve problems. Peace.
All right. All right. Thank you, Brother Rodney. Appreciate you jumping in and sharing that quick word with us. Brothers and sisters, see, it's all of what you've heard thus far. See, it's all of what you've heard thus far. That's what we have to understand. We can't let this world confine us, and then we stay confined to what the world says it is. Let's talk about how to be rich in every way. You all want to be rich financially? You want to have an abundance of money? You want to have an abundance and plentiful in the area of your personal finances? I don't know about you, but I do. I assume that you're here after looking at the title and knowing the way that the majority of people are programmed. When they see rich, they automatically think of money. Hopefully that you should have had a paradigm shift tonight after hearing Brother Rodney and Sister Brandy, or more of a paradigm shift in the direction of understanding rich in every way. But it's not to exclude money. It's not to exclude that, brothers and sisters. See, what we have to understand is, in order to be rich in every way, we have to understand that it's all inclusive. Rich is all inclusive if we understand it, really understand it. To have abundance, plentiful, a lot of money. Why would you need that? Unless you're going to use that to enhance the other areas of your life. Those other areas, you can get rich, and then it helps you become rich with money. Or you can focus on being rich with money, understanding that now I need to use this money to enrich other areas of my life. To have one without the other is no good. To be rich in these other areas and then deny, live in scarcity, live in lack financially, then it puts stress and strain on these other areas of your life that you're rich in. You can be a whole lot richer if you didn't do that on the money side. So how do I be rich with money? We have to understand, brothers and sisters, money has its place in the total picture. We have to understand that money is the means to the end, not the end. It's the means, meaning it's how you get to the end. And if money is the means to the end, then money is not the end. And it's when we make money the end all to be all that we sacrifice being rich as we can be in these other areas of our lives. So we have to make sure that in order to be rich monetarily, we have to make sure we stay sane, to make sure we keep our mind clear on what would God want me to do with the abundance that he's going to allow me to have, with the plentifulness that he allows me to have, because I want to do what he would be pleased with me to do with this abundance. No neglect to myself, but understanding that I'll take some of this financial abundance and do what he would want me to do with it, because I'm searching to understand what to do with this rich that will keep me sane. Because the Bible says too much of anything is not good. So too much of money without the right mental, emotional, psychological capacity will drive you crazy. It would drive you to be greedy and a glutton and have, more than what you need personally. You got 15 cars that you only drive one at a time. You got clothes that you only wore one time and some you've never wore at all. See, that's too much. That's too much, brothers and sisters. Some of that can go into other areas of your life to make those other areas rich. So you want to be rich financially? Start with the right mindset, and that's what Black Wealth Empowerment is. It's a paradigm, mind-shifting platform, program. It ain't what you want, but please trust and believe is what we need as a people. See, once we get our minds right and get a better understanding of money and have it be the means to the end and not the end itself, then we better qualify ourselves for God to bless us with something, with more money, with more riches, with financial abundance and wealth. Because we're preparing our minds to what to do with it. So here, very quickly, a couple of points because we're at the top of the hour. Some to do. How to be. Look at what it says. How to be rich. How to be your being. See, we got to slow down now and start looking at what we're looking at and observing what we're observing to make sure we know what we're looking at. Words are the most powerful sounds that exist, brothers and sisters. Words are the most powerful sounds that exist. Words. How to be. How to be. How to be rich. How to be happy. How to be healthy. How to be prosperous. How to be loved. How to be successful. How to be. Meaning that you and I have to do something different than what we're doing, to as we become that which would then make us worthy of the riches. The riches. So look at your money, brothers and sisters. Look at your money and say, this is enough. It's enough for me to get started. It's enough for me to put together a plan. It's enough for me to strategize. It's enough for me to start making money moves, as Cardi B said, right? Start making money moves. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough for me to start applying abundance principles. It's enough for me to think in abundance. It's enough for me to say, this is enough. So you got to look at your money. Look at how you're spending your money. Look at what you're spending your money on. Get a piece of paper, brothers and sisters. Get a piece of paper. Put how much you bring in, whatever it comes in. If it comes in weekly, you write what that amount is weekly. If it's bi-weekly, you write that amount at the top of the page bi-weekly. If it's monthly, you write that down. And then you look at your expenses, living, housing, right? You look at it, brothers and sisters, and you go get it if you got to go. Don't guess. We've been guessing our whole life. Time out for guessing. Don't do any more guessing. So you can't guess when it comes to numbers, because numbers are actual and factual. You can guess, but it doesn't do you any good. What are actual and factual, the thing that's going to make a difference. So go find out what they are and write them down. Housing, boom. What's part of housing? Gas, boom. Electric, boom. Whatever else, all the things that fall underneath housing, you do that for every expense. And if you can't think of some, or you want to make sure you got it all, then just go through your checking, your online checking. Most of us don't use cash, so that means we use a debit card or credit card. There you have it. Go to your credit card account online, go to your bank account online, and just look and see. Right? And then you write down everything that you're spending money on. Damn, I didn't know I spent that much money on Starbucks. Wow, I didn't know I spent that much money on Redbox. Oh, and I got cable. I got Redbox and I got cable. And I got whatever else that YouTube TV, and we got a lot of stuff that they're duplicates. They're overlapping services, brothers and sisters. So look at what you have financially. And it may not look at it like enough, but tell that devil he's a liar. I got this is what I got. So now let me see what I can do with this. Let me see how I can free up some funds. Let me see what I need to do to think more in abundance. More think how I can expand. See, you got to expand first. Right? You got to get a bigger bucket before the extra water comes. I mean, see, it just don't even make sense. You got a 5-gallon bucket, but when the 10-gallon of water comes, you losing 5 gallons. Well, I'm gonna open it up. Really? How's that been working for you? So you got to open. You got to make room. So you got to free up some stuff. So you got to let some things go. So make a list, brothers and sisters. Make a list. We're talking about how to be. How to be. See, you become something by what you do consistently over time, to whereas that's just a part of what you do now. See, so the frequency of us doing these money exercise will accelerate when we become that person. When we become that person who is now ready to receive and hold on to riches. But you got to assess what you have. See how much money you got. See where you're spending that money. And there's a lot. See how you can cut back on some things. One thing I've learned, Sister Brandy, see, you can cut back for a period of time to free up money for a period of time, so you can make some advances, and then you can go back to your 400 channel cable. But right now, trim that thing down to 50. Matter of fact, trim that thing to YouTube TV. Matter of fact, trim that down to Hulu or whatever they got out there. Sling and all kind of stuff. Just for a little while. It's for a season. It's just for a season. Because I need to free up some money. So now I can invest it in myself. The first investment, brothers and sisters, is in yourself. Stop investing in cryptocurrency. Stop investing in real estate. First, invest in yourself. I need to get an abundance mentality. I need to stop, ooh, that bill high. Oh, that gas bill high. Oh, gas going up. Oh, this going up. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. Oh, the children always asking me for money. Oh, how'd you see, when I was coming up, we just went outside and we played all day, and all we got was a glass of water. Well, you ain't living in them days no more. They don't go outside and play. They stay inside. And they eat all day because they inside versus outside playing. Brothers and sisters, we have to take our mind and take our money and grow it and expand it. Right? Expand it. So we can be rich in those other areas. You can't be rich in those other areas with a poverty mentality, with a lack mentality. Poverty, poor mentality. Jesus told Judas, the poor will be with us always. That sounds like a pretty long time, always. So if that's the case, you and I just got to make sure that, shoot, if they're going to be around always, I want to make sure I'm not part of them. Well, how are we going to not be a part of them, brothers and sisters? By default? by just saying I'm not going to be a part of them? No. We're not going to be a part of them by saying how to be. How can I be? How it is that I can be. How it is that I can shape myself and form myself, and what do I have to do? What do I have to sacrifice? Number two, you're going to have to sacrifice something. One of my mentors says it like this: pay the price now so you can pay any price later. Pay the price now so you can pay any price later. See, that's a wealth mentality. That's how to be rich. It's thinking like this. Then you sit down with your money and you say, let me see where my money is going. Let me see where it's being wasted or where I can trim from so I can free up some cash. So from now on, I can constantly, for the rest of my life, invest money in me every month, every month, every month. Invested in my mind, invested on becoming rich. See, you invest in becoming rich, then you will become rich. It's a proven formula, brothers and sisters. It's proven. You and I just have to follow it. So you break your money down, right? You make a commitment that I need to free up some cash to invest in myself, in my thinking, in my being rich, so that I can be rich in all areas of my life. And I'm going to use the money that I have starting today to enrich myself. And when I enrich myself, take on an abundance mentality, then I'll have those abundance glasses on, and now I can see abundance in my relationships, my abundance in everything else, in every way, in every area of my life. Use your personal finances as a actual factual way to practice the steps, to practice the laws, to practice the principles of becoming, and know that those universal principles of rich, of money, if it's universal, it means universal. It means throughout the universe, every sphere of life. See, once you list your dollars and know where they are, and you say, in order to become, I got to sacrifice who I am. I got to let go of who I am in some areas, and then take that area that I'm sacrificing, I'm removing, I'm stripping something away from. I'm going to replace it for the being of rich, being a rich being. And I'm going to invest starting now in that which will require me to be rich, to be rich, that's designed to change the actual person that I am. Any program that does not fundamentally change who you are, brothers and sisters, that's not one you want to spend your time, your energy, or your effort in. That's called temporary, because it's not rooted in the being transformed. So you look at your money, you say, okay, I gotta, no matter, I'm short on bills, I know that, but you got cable. So that might be why you're short on your bills, meaning your income run out before your bills run out. Then you sacrifice to invest in yourself. Then you'll grow, right? Then you'll go out and learn how to make more money. So now you have more to grow. Then you have more to grow now beyond just yourself. Now in your belongings. In your belonging, what belongs to you? What is part of your being? Belonging, meaning that your being is going to belong, it's going to be extended beyond yourself. Come on, somebody. Beyond yourself. Belongings. Something that is an extension. It's going to belong. It's going to be extended from myself, that represents me, my being as a human being. See, we got to get an understanding of this thing. Then we can break these curses these money curses in our lives. To think there's something wrong with money, or you got to be poor is not synonymous with God and divinity and worthiness. You do that, brothers and sisters, you'll be on the path to being rich, not just monetarily, but in every way. Can you imagine if you were rich in every way? Do you think that's possible for you? If it is, you'll go after it. And one of my mentors many years ago, Ed Beckley, said, you can tell how bad somebody wants something by how they go after it. Not just that they go after it, but how they go after it, meaning a sense of urgency. So you want to be rich in all areas of your life? It's possible. God promised it to us. And as Sister Brandy say, he does not break his promise. So if he don't break it, then we need to do everything we can to live the promise so we can be a living testimony for other people, so they can see what being rich really is financially in every way. You're rich with your relationship with your children, right? Because now you can take whatever the relationship is, and now you got the money to enhance it. Money is just there to enhance what already is present. Enhance means to make better. So it might be good or it might not be good. But you go ahead and become rich. And you go ahead and express your love that you have for whomever in a monetary way, in a material way. There's nothing wrong with that, brothers and sisters. It's just another expression of whoever you are, whatever your being is. If you're a loving being, now you can express it more and more abundantly. That's what rich means. So let's go out here and be rich in every area of our lives, including money. Put that second after oxygen. Put that second after God. Put that second after spirituality. Second, it should never be first. At the highest level, it should be second. And then it will enhance everything around it if we got the number one position right. Because it'll just enhance our relationship with God, our relationship with us as a spirit being. As you probably heard said before, I'm a spiritual being having a physical experience. See? Then you know it's all about how to be. And as they say, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. So it's up to you, brothers and sisters. When it comes to your financial reality, just know this. That if you're going to be empowered economically, financially, just know this. That is 100% your responsibility. Not the government, not your 401k plan, and them matching. It's 100% your and my responsibility. That's the only way we're going to be free. It's the only way we're going to be rich. Is we take 100, not 95, 100% responsibility. Meaning that you're not focusing on it coming from the government. You're not focusing on them matching it at your job. If they don't, and I'm here to tell you they won't. And if they don't or can't, this is my plan to be rich in every way. Brothers and sisters, that's our message for today. For Black Wealth Empowerment 149. But so this thing's so powerful. I come back because this platform is serving me. Because as Brother Rodney inside can tell you, in a metaphysics, personal development, personal peak performance world, he knows that the more the teacher teaches, the more the teacher learns. So let's roll it over to Rodney inside Muhammad for some final words, Sister Brandy. And then we out of here, brother and sister. Brother Rodney, I see you. I see you walking. You what say? Walking.
Yeah.
What's how that song say? Walk it like it talking. Walk it like it talking.
What you
All right, looked like he had a little somebody he was talking to there, so we'll let him says stand by. All right, Sister Brandy, take it away. Final words from Sister Brandy, then we'll roll it back over to Rodney Assad, the Courage Coach. Sister Brandy, final words.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Brother Darrell. Thanks, Brother Rodney. Thanks, Black Wealth Empowerment members. It has been another epic episode. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention. I appreciate those who are watching live and watching the replay. I thank everybody. Listen, in particular, Brother Rodney, Brother Darrell, you guys have held it down from the giddy up. As I said before, I am a student and I did not play. I do take notes because, as Brother Darrell also stated, we are all about learning and growing and evolving. And so when we're sharing the information, we're not just sharing it out of arrogance because we already know or we've arrived. By no means. We are learning and growing together, and we are constantly developing. And so when we say different things, be aware and be knowledgeable enough to know that, yes, some have made it to this point, others have not. But where we're going is to the top, and we can all do it together. Have a great night, everybody. I look forward to seeing you at episode 150 next Sunday. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. Peace.
All right. Thanks, Sister Brandy. Let's see if our brother Rodney Assad is ready. Brother Rodney, you ready?
Yes, sir, Brother Darrell. I am ready. Peace, everybody. Thank you all for joining us on broadcast number 149. Listen, I asked my children, I'll say this to you all right now, many, many years ago, some of my older children, I asked them, do you want to be rich or you want to be poor? They said rich, and they gave me a bunch of noble reasons why. After asking why, they told me a lot of great stuff. And here's what I said to them. It's something I want to say to you all. I said, then you got to decide, do you want to play now and pay later, or pay now and play later? Brothers and sisters, you got to decide right now, as you feed on this broadcast, do you want to pay now, pay the dues now, so you can play and live the life you want to live later? Or do you want to play the game, just play and have fun and have a good time and hang out now, and then later on you pay when you're 60 and 70, you're going to have to pay for all that playing. That's what we get to decide every single day. So as you get ready to go through your week, spend some time thinking about, am I paying my dues? Or am I going to pay those dues a little bit later? But either way it goes, you're going to have to pay at some point. All right, so I'm Rodney Assad Muhammad, your Courage Coach. Remember, no matter what you do in life, cultivate the courage to war. Inshallah, we'll see you all next week. Peace.
All right, thank you, Brother Rodney. Appreciate you making it happen from wherever you are, traveling, in the car, at the airport, brothers and sisters. That's what it takes. Brothers and sisters, you have something to prove. I have something to prove. We as Black people have something to prove to the world. So let's make up our mind right now that we're going to buckle down. And we have to prove something first to ourselves, then to the world, not the other way around. I got to prove something to the world. That's called keeping up with the Joneses. No, you have to prove something to yourself. Prove something to yourself every day. Prove that you are committed to that which you say, and we say that we want to be, to do, and to have. We got to prove it every day by what we do, what we sacrifice, how we spend our time, energy, and money. So prove that you're about this message, about this platform. Watch this replay, watch this broadcast over and over again. Prove to yourself. Share it to 10, 15, 20 friends. Hit the share and tag them personally so it can go in their inbox. Prove to yourself that you didn't waste your time for being here. Prove to yourself that you're about being rich in every way. Brothers and sisters, thanks for being here. We're happy to bring you 149 for the hour of power here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. As always, God willing, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, our Black community deserves your very best. Until next time, take care. God bless.